The NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two teams who got their starts way back in 1966. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. Come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights coming this offseason.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go here in Atlanta. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And that's not going to yield a whole lot, up to about the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. And he will get down here as he wisely avoids the contact. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around down to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been a solid opening drive. Knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
You could see the quarterback, once he got this snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and goal, it's Penix. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Falcons. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points.
Man in motion is Berrios. Here's Tua to open with a throw. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Now a first down throw for Tua. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And he will score. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch and walks it in for a touchdown.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. He's got it. And the Dolphins come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going with their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's complete to McLeod. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll get this to McLeod. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
A tight end in motion now. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And yes, that'll get it. First down, marked at the 30. A good run will keep this drive going.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Penix now off the bootleg. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
On second down, Penix. Now he'll run it. And he's into the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Atlanta. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. A shotgun snap for Tua. He runs with it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Hill brought in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Now he'll run. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Here's a 2nd and 9. Hill brought in motion. Once again, it's Achane. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll motion the tight end Smith. Tua now on 3rd down. That one brought in by Berrios. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A handoff to Dachan, heading left. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll try to run it here with Mostert.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's going to have a Dolphins first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Here's Achane. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 9 yards from the end zone for 2nd down and goal. Here's Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Achane.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are back within 4 at 14-10.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 12 yards there, and a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They run over center with Robinson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Third and long. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll take this one up to about the 34-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Malik Washington deep for Miami. The Dolphins offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's 2. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Falcons offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A first set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Penix. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. So, we're at halftime here in Atlanta, and the Falcons are in the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. For the Falcons, they were led in the first half by their quarterback, Michael Penix. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Dolphins offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achan. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Back to throw is Tua. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Hill brought in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
To return is Williams. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He'll try to run for it. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Short throw taken by Pitts. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Penix on third down. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Penix gonna throw again. He's gonna keep it himself.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Now Penix to throw on second down. To the right, that's Pitts.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
On third down, Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And that is no good. He missed it. And the lead holds steady at 4.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I mean, I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact, for that matter.
In motion, it's Waddle. A run with the fullback in goal. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. It's also a first down.
A nice gain out of that position, Mike, that we don't typically see get a lot of carries anymore. I'm a big fan of any offense that still recognizes the usefulness of that fullback position. Work him in every now and then as a ball carrier, and you can see it pay off.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
And that is incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. Trying to establish some tempo. Start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. That's complete to McLeod. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. And here's Bijan. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 2. Third and 2. And Penix. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Calais Campbell, the longtime veteran, in there to bring him down.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
The Falcons getting their punter out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. On the return, here's Washington. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
From the gun, here's Tua. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He's got his man, it's Mooney. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
On the option, here's Robinson. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
That's a heck of a stop there defensively, Mike. 2nd and inches, you're thinking the 1st down is pretty much a formality, but not for this defense. They pack it in tight, they sell out on the run, and they're going to force this team to snap it again on 3rd down.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So they decide to be aggressive there on 3rd down, Mike. Now the question is, do they maintain that aggressive style on 4th down, or do they decide to punt? It's going to be a really interesting play call here as it brings up 4th and short.
The Falcons send their punting unit out. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once again. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. Still going. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. One play, 80 yards. Touchdown, Miami.
Receiver downfield. Awesome.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. A shotgun snap to Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and long. Throwing is Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
We're all set to kick this one away. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. This is taken at his own 30. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Give to Robinson from the pistol. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. Now a 3rd and 2. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Young Wei Koo for the Dolphins field goal of 38 yards.
So it's a win here for the Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.
La máxima rivalidad del fútbol mexicano se vive este sábado 13 de septiembre. América Chivas a través de Univisión Televisão.
Andrea, no está López. Bien pensado. Bien pensado. Obvio. Vamos. Si se quedan dormidos, eso es una táctica. Oye, ese es el nuevo Samsung Galaxy Z7. Muy bien pensado. Y lo mejor fue irme con AT&T. Me dieron su mejor oferta sin tener el plan más caro. ¿Qué aprenderán? Obtén el nuevo Samsung Galaxy Z7 con Galaxy AI por cuenta nuestra. Sin tener el plan más caro.
Es un fuerte.